Hello, we are discussing about linked list data structure and we have implemented two methods, add and remove. Today we will discuss about inserting an element at a specific position. As you can see here, we have a linked list with 5 elements. The zeroth element is the head node. So our data is starting at the position 1 and then we have 5 elements here. Let's suppose I want to insert an element at position 3. So let's take a new data. Let's copy and paste it, and I'll call this, the data is IBM. I want to insert this element as position at position 3 here. So I'll have to change the reference of element 2 to point towards element 3, and element 3 will point towards element 4. So this numbering will be changed, and let's say this will become 3 and this will become 4, and same here 5, and this will become 6, and also the reference will change. So this will be pointing towards the element IBM. IBM will point towards Yahoo. So something like and take a new one. This will be something like this, and this will point towards, Yahoo, right? So how would we implement this? Let's first remove these two, because we will draw this later on, and let's say this is the current state of a linked list. Now let's come to the code. Here we will implement this remove method, and now here we will implement public void add string data, comma, integer index, or we can say position. Okay. Now let's first create a new element. Node, new node equals new node, and here you can see NetBeans IDE has intelligently inserted the data as a parameter here. Okay, now what we need, let's take the position current equals head. As you know, this pointer is the current pointer is pointing towards the head node. Now what we need, let's create a while loop here. While current dot get next is not equals to none, right? And okay, now what we need to get to this position, right? So let's just change these numbers for the sake of understanding, and we will change this later on. Okay, so let's just move this towards the at the corner. Now what we need to get to this position. This is the third one. At this position we want to insert an element, so we cannot stand here. We need to move this pointer towards position -1. This is the position we need to insert an element. So at the position number 3, IBM will be inserted, right? So we need to traverse this pointer to point towards position -1, one position, uh, one position below. So here I'll say if, and I need a pointer, or sorry, I need a counter also, so that after every iteration that counter should increment. So let me take integer counter. Initially here I have initialized it with the value of 0. So, and what I'm saying is, if counter equals position -1, right? If this counter get to this position, this one, position number 2, and what we would do, we will point this reference towards the new one, right? So what I'm saying, what I should say is, current dot set next should be the new node, right? So the next, the position of the current element, should point towards the new node. So this is something like, let me move this to, okay, now here we are, and it's pointing towards position 2, and we will change this pointer, change its reference to point towards, it should point towards this. So the current dot next, set next should be the new node, and we also need to point this towards this one. So what we can say, new node dot set next should be current dot get next, right? But has a problem. We need to execute this statement first, because if this has been statement has been executed, or if this statement would execute first, then the current element is pointing towards the new one. So the current is already pointing towards the new one, and if we will say new node dot set next current dot get next, so its next is already this one. So how can this new node be pointing towards the 4th or the Yahoo element? So we need to, so what we are doing is, let me draw this also while coding, so that you could easily understand what actually is happening, what will be happening at the runtime. So we will execute this statement first, new node dot set next. Now what I am saying is, new node dot set next, set the next element of the new node. What will be the reference? The reference will be current dot get next. Now this is the current, is this its next position is this one. So what I have done is, this will be the new node is pointing to this one. I've changed its reference and it's pointing to this one. Now I'll say current dot set next, set the next position of the current element to reference the new node. Now I'm changing its reference. So now it will point to this one, like this, right? Okay, and if this is done, we are all set. We have completed our change, and we will return from here. And if this condition is false, then what we will do, we will do current as we did before in our previous implementations of previous methods. We will say current dot get next, and also we will implement a counter, right? So for the first time the counter will be at head. This condition initially current will be 0 and position is 3. 3 minus 1 2. 0 is equals to 2 is false. If it's false, then this statement will be executed, current dot get next, and set the next position to the current element. Then the current will become the 1, and for the second iteration it will point towards the second element, and then counter at that point will be 2. 2 equals to 2, it's true, and these two statements will be executed, and this is done. Okay, I hope with these slides and with the changing of these slides, I hope the code will be more clear to you now and how it's working. Now let's add an element. I'll say my linked list dot add, and I'm saying that the name of the element is IBM and insert as position at position 3. So 1, 2 and 3. So Oracle, Microsoft, and then IBM will be printed, then Yahoo, Google, and Dell. My linked list dot display linked list. Now let's see what happens. And here you go. As you can see, we have Oracle, we have Microsoft, and then at position number 3 we have IBM, and then we have Yahoo, Google, and Dell. So we have successfully implemented the inserting element at a specific position. I hope this will be helpful for you. Thank you for watching.